Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Counter-Strike Confederation Season 15. And we are having ourselves a nice little reschedule for, what is it, Matchday 5 now? After Hurricane Milton came through and hit the Tampa Bay area pretty hard. Due to that, we had some reschedules. So this is what we're going to be watching today between Deadbeats and High Rollers. I'm joined by Firehawk, and this is going to be our prospect tier game for the week. How are we feeling about this?
I'm feeling pretty good about this. We got Nexus running the sticks for us as we head into the knife round here just before we figure out size. We'll be going in gameplay at its conclusion, I believe. No, this is actually the pistol round. Never mind. I'm able to recognize what guns are. I promise.
Very good. Cool, neat. He's hanging out in garage here. He's trying to hold these guys off, doing a pretty good job so far, all things considered. Ricochet. They see him on red box, but Scourgify comes in, finds the first, trying to find the second. Cornbread makes the play, gets the quick trade. Cornbread's got a second, and B-Web will finish off Coolney. And now Rhino's got to try and get something to kickstart this retake. Finds one, it's Iron Chad, but it may not be enough. Krelfroy, not a chance. Cornbread, third kill of the round, and he is rolling in it. Does go down, it's Rhino on the kill. And now he's got to take down the two-headed beast of Holy Cow and B-Web looking right side, but he looks to pick up the gun. That was his mistake. Holy Cow takes off the head, and High Rollers are up 1-0. Very well executed, all things considered. They showed presence outside, immediately got the CT's attention over there. Once they did, it was smooth sailing over to ramp. They caught everybody completely off guard. Ricochet was not able to make the play in time. And by the time his backup showed up, it was already too late. Minute 47 left to go. And, oh, big nade on Holy Cow. Nade stack outside, finds one, looking for two, does find it. B-Web's got another from top silo. And now Coolney will be taking the brunt of that nade, does go down. It's Iron Chad, and Iron Chad will finish up the round for High Rollers. Quick double kill from him, double from Holy Cow, and a single from B-Web. It's always pretty difficult in those eco rounds, you know. It's one of those things where you don't really have a whole lot of resources, and you aren't really trying to, you know, make those plays happen, but it is very, very difficult. And Scourgify finding one on ramp. His teammate Ricochet is just going to dive down, trying to find that MAC-10, but FSG's got him, and Rhino will take the trade. They're going to try and wrap, and I think he's communicated that to his team. They're heading back up the vent now. They know they have a limited window to work, so the T's are going to fall back to ramp. They had their opportunity, but they did miss it. They had to get up that ladder and quick. Rhino held them off, so now they slow things down. Minute 12, Rhino's got another coming out of the door. Iron Chad, ready to take the fight. Now Cornbread's got the kill. Rhino goes down, minute 4 now. Krelfoy, paranoid of heaven. He's the only man on this A site. Everybody else is downstairs. That's Ricochet and Coolney. So Krelfoy's got a lot of weight on his shoulders right now. May not realize it, but I think it's about to come to fruition. It looks like they're going to second guess themselves going up. And they're going to go down ramp. 40 seconds now. They're not going to have a lot of time once they show presence. They do have a decent amount of utility to work with. Let's see if they learn any smokes. 30 seconds now. And Chad's just going to like to go in without a flash. He's peeking out left side. That smoke is there. Sees one behind Silo. Coolney's not far behind either. Ricochet gets a big flash out. Neither of them are blind. Gets mollied out. Has to fight, but it's too late. Iron Chad is waiting for him. Now the plant goes down, starts spamming the smoke, is Coolney, sees one right side. And now it's going to be a 2v2 retake with a bomb down in Astralis. Dort is going to get naded off. That could potentially cause a problem for falling back. Coolney's got one, but he does get traded out. Cornbread was able to take him down, but Krelfoy takes the alley-oop kill, and we will find ourselves a walk-on defuse. Firehawk, you there?
Yes. Sorry, there are other matches being rescheduled to right now that are having issues that I'm being called to fix.
Fair
There
enough.
will be a moment. I should come back to help bridge the silence shortly.
2-1 now in this nuke game. And that last round was very interesting. They looked like they wanted to push through heaven. Rhino made a very, very good play, playing angle dominance up top, getting himself a double kill. And even though Cornbread did take him down, he was more than able to let his teammates know they were put themselves in a position to win that round. Also, shout out to Krellfoy for the trading, but also to High Rollers for getting that bomb down. Not easy to do in that situation, especially when your first plan doesn't really go the way you want it to. Looks like they're leaning outside this round. Send one man for lobby control. It's B-Web. Scourgify be the man to take first contact if anything goes wrong. Krellfoy looks like he wants to try and go stop the secret push from Vent. This has been heard, so the teams are aware of the possibility of him peeking secret. B-Web's pushed up. Hang on. Scourgify could catch himself one here if B-Web's not careful. Krellfoy does find one in secret elsewhere. FSG goes down. And Coolney's got himself another. It's holy cow! But B-Web swings out of storage, takes off the head of Ricochet, and that cuts the CT play in half, trying to find the man on rafters, but it's Rhino to drop him. And now very quickly it becomes a 2v4 and almost lines them up. They're both low. Iron Chad and Cornbread now to pick up the pieces of the round. Finds one. It is Iron Chad. Rhino got himself a second on the round, trying to make it a third. Cornbread alone in the 1 versus 3. Not much can be done. No bomb. Full belt. Has armor. It's definitely doable. But he is not in the advantage right here. Tries to find, he needed that kill. Bad. Krellfoy gets away with his life. Flash comes out. Pre-fire, nothing comes of it. Sees one with a nade. It's Rhino. Does take him down, but he's out of bullets. He has to reload. And with 15 seconds left, he just does not have the time. Paranoid of Heaven will dive into lockers. And as a result, Krellfoy and Scourgify will live to fight another day.
A really unfortunate ending for Cornbread there because he's not going to get the post-round money. He has a buy to preserve, but with only $950 into it, the team is forced to buy in with him, which is going to be really harsh for them because B-Web and Iron Chad are in a position where they wanted to go for a save on this run, but instead they're forced to, well, force really unnecessarily, and that's most likely going to end up with 3-2, and then they're going to be on a full save afterwards as well.
Yeah, it is not looking good for them at all. It was a very, very good play by Cornbread to try and get what he could. But with 1:40 left to go, they start their ramp assault. Ricochet jumps off. Scourgify's got his man, but Cornbread dials one right back up. And now it's Ricochet to try and hold ramp all by himself. Doesn't find one. Holy cow. Comes out of the ramp with aggression. Takes off the head. And with 1:22 left to go, expecting a B-site take. And the hunch is correct. Krellfoy's got one. But FSG dials him up. And now, with the score tied at 2-2, we've got ourselves a 2v3 retake. Coolney's all the way in control. Sees one behind Silo. Rhino's gonna be looking for this position. Paranoid of upper, sees nothing so far. The T's are in a very good position to play around the bomb. Half the time left. They've got just under 20 seconds to get this done. Trying to find the fights. Coolney does find one, but Cornbread drops Rhino. And now this just became infinitely more difficult, and Coolney will just concede. He runs away, back up secret. And as a result, I think Iron Chad might die to the bomb here. It's gonna be close. Swings out, does find it, and Cornbread dies to bomb. Big implications for the T side, but they will take the lead as a result. And again, taking ramp control seems to have been a really, really big piece of the puzzle for High Rollers T side. They've been able to get ramp control ripped away from the CTs pretty much instantly at very, very low cost, if any at all. The game plan on the side of Deadbeat seems to be able for Scourgify to get a kill. Ricochet's got to keep their attention, but on the downside, Ricochet not having a great game to start. He's really going to need to start raking in more numbers if he wants his team to win this game. 1:37, a lot of Counter-Strike left to play here. FSG going down secret. The nade blows through the smoke. Only drops Iron Chad. B-Web's got one on ramp. It's Scourgify. And now it's Ricochet alone with 22 health. Rhino starts pushing lobby, and he's got the kill. A beautiful heads-up play from Rhino. Knew B-Web overextended and came through to take him down as a result. Now 3v4 as another is heard dropping from Silo. Rhino feeds that information to his teammates. He knows there's at least two outside. Coolney finds one, and he knows there's a second lurking around somewhere. A minute left to go. Cornbread is in secret with a bomb, and Holy Cow's got to try and get there. He does successfully get there. They're linked up, but it's still a 4v2, and with minimal utility to work with. 3 flashes, a smoke, and an HE, and they do find the first. It's Holy Cow. Krelfoy wasn't ready for the contact. There's no one downstairs. If they get the bomb down now, they might have a shot. Rhino and Ricochet are Oscar Mike. Oh, but look at this. They could be pulling the ultimate juke here. Coolney's waiting for secret, but not realizing that vent is an option. Now I think they're going to start to realize that they're going to hear the steps. Coolney's going to hear them. And now they're going to realize that it's a site. Rhino and Ricochet both turn around. Coolney heads up the ladder. It gets smoked off. There's nothing he can do. He elects to go back outside. 43 seconds and counting. Or excuse me, 33 seconds and counting. Holy Cow and Cornbread trying to hold off the tide. Deadbeats look to be trying to make some dead tees. And Holy Cow finds the first in the spray, not the second. Rhino is there. It's Cornbread. 1 versus 2 from Squeaky. Bad timing. Coolney makes him pay. And you do not want to make a mistake like that, not against the genius that is Coolney. He's been picking people apart like that for years. And our score goes at 3-3.
Yeah, now the wildcards are going to be forced to go for a full save. None of them have much money, and frankly, they're on single loss right now, so they might even want to call a force buy off of this, but they just don't have the loss bonus. They're not really going to be able to get a buy even with this full save, but at this point, their economy's in a really bad spot off of that round loss. They were able to get a bomb plant to win the round, but nothing picked up off of it, so now it's going to be a rough save rush, most likely into lobby on a delay here.
Possibly.
Let's try and pick it up.
Looks weird. Looks like they want to try and get past vent, but they're hesitating. Hesitation's the worst thing you can do in this situation, and it's going to get them shredded. 3 kills in 3 seconds. Rhino's got 2. Coolney's got 1. Scourgify finds himself another. FSG, the man left standing to pick up the pieces, and that will bring a very quick end to round number 7. I don't think FSG's going to be able to do much from this position. He's got 2 guys trained on his position like a hawk. And he will be flicked to, and his head removed from his shoulders. Rhino, the man behind the trigger, and Deadbeats take the lead. And again, if I'm the IGL in the T-side position right here, I'm definitely taking this time out. I want to talk about this, but I'm hitting ramp again. Ramp was working, right? It was getting us in positions to win rounds, and even though we didn't capitalize on it 100% of the time, the best thing I can do to put my team in a position to win is force them to adjust to our ramp take. If they don't adjust, well, then they're just giving up rounds, and that's their fault. Right? So you keep hitting ramp, you keep hitting the weak spot until they either move that guy or they make a different kind of adjustment, and then you find out where that dude is at and hit him again. You keep hitting him all game long because it seems to have worked so far. Ricochet, 0-0-6 to start this one.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't end up becoming a world-class spy here at the end of this round, but for all we know, he might just make it.
We'll have to see. Minute 45 left to go. Opening rollouts have commenced. It looks like the T's are going to try and maintain towards this lobby/outside control. Seems like a pretty fair default so far. Coolney putting some spams down. None of them connect. None of the ones on T's side connect. B-Web is down to 26 after a small fight in Hut. And now that might spice up the round considerably. Krelfoy hanging out in front of Squeaky. Outside smokes in play. This is going to let Cornbread get down to secret here. Oh, FSG sees him with the AWP, waiting on him to hold. Still takes the shot. Nothing. And now he's been given away. Now they know he's top mini. Flash comes out, but it's way over the top. I'm not sure who that was supposed to flash. And now, 59 seconds. Ricochet hanging out top of these boxes here. He could potentially catch B-Web off guard if he gets aggressive, which he is known for doing. Iron Shed breaks the silence, takes the first kill of the round. FSG now dropping down with a P250. The fullback gets absolutely dunked on, but it is able to lead to a kill. Ricochet and Rhino both find one, but FSG answers back with a P250. Scourgify drops him. And now we've got ourselves a 2v2 after that quick exchange. 28 seconds left to go. Holy cow, to get the bomb down. Lots of pressure riding on this round. Look at the banks for both teams. And Ricochet comes through. Drops Holy Cow and Scourgify swings to clothesline Cornbread. And Deadbeats move to 5-3.
That's awful. I mean, the wildcards needed that round to try to recover their eco, but now they're going to be forced to carry on the edge of economy through most likely the rest of the half, even if they get a win here, because the Spectral Sentries have been just pushing them to the edge for so long that they've started to build up a bank from this.
Absolutely. And yeah, like I said, a lot of economic pressure was riding on that round. It was one they needed to win, and Scourgify will take one, drops the molly, and gets out of dodge. B-Web will drop Ricochet as a consolation prize, but they've got a much larger obstacle to get through, and his name is Scourgify. Boomstick in hand, and laying down the law here at the start of round number 9. B-Site has fallen as a result. Krellboy drops one. It's B-Web. Coolney takes another. Picks them apart one by one, and the offense has stalled. The defense comes through, and Rhino's got himself a second. Rhino 14-6 to start this half, and those are some pretty serious numbers. So there you go. Like, I mean, they've been taking ramps so well. It's just they cannot execute on the actual site take. The bomb needed to go down. The smoke needed to get on single, not in front of dark. Like, there's a lot of execution problems that are plaguing the T side right now. High rollers have really got to start executing, or they are going to fall into a very, very large deficit going into the second half.
Yeah, it really is going to be harsh for them. Though, it seems like if they can get this outside play, they have guns. If they get down ramp after getting one or two, they can really destabilize the Sentries for the first time, but unfortunately, looking like they're not going to be able to get that one they need to prevent this sandwich from collapsing around them as they run through here. Krellboy needs to get at least one, which he does.
Anybody home? Krellfoy finds one, but B-Web is quick to trade him out. Now single is open. Scourgify waiting for the first man to come out. It's FSG. Goes down. Molly behind Silo. That is a very smart heads-up play. And now he's been mollied out himself. Cornbread and B-Web both finding kills. Both sides have been mollied. Scourgify has to fall back. As a result, the bomb can go down. But B-Web overextends, and Scourgify nails him through the wall. And now it's Cornbread left all alone. He's 11-6 to start this game, but he's going to need to be 13-6 in order to win this round. 40 seconds looking for that 12th kill. We'll find it. Rhino not expecting him. Flash comes out. Scourgify's ahead of it. Sees the shoulder. Tries to find a shot. Not there. Down to 24 HP. Tries to find him again, but he's off target. Cornbread, 83 HP. He would have survived a leg, but Scourgify will not miss 3 times in a row. Rips his head out and takes the spine with it. 7-3, your new score.
A really unfortunate round there. I mean, Cornbread was able to bring it to one shot away. The AK, even on a leg, does 25, so it would have been enough to get a blind shot off onto the op, but unfortunately that op picked up the head way too quickly to try and re-aim for the other side of that door, and you can't just plant behind the post and wait for an op to slow peek you there. So he was forced into that swing or be swung situation.
Absolutely, and speaking of swinger, be swung, Rhino's already out of bullets from behind sight. They're going for a full A-site take. Krellboy's taking no prisoners. Ricochet finds one, but he's traded out by FSG, who will also find a double kill in this round. High rollers have taken the A-site, and Deadbeats will try and retake. Smoke going into Mini. Coolney has been seen. Iron Chad knows he's there, can do nothing about it. Scourgify taking a pot shot. Molly goes down. Spam with a 5-7. It's so close. Half the time on the bomb now. Coolney trying to make something happen, but they do take him down. FSG and Iron Chad coming up huge for their team right there. High Rollers will cut the lead to 3.
I mean, at this point, the wildcards have exactly what they're looking for. They're at 4th. They have a solid economy going into the last round. They have 5 AKs. If they can get a 5th here, that's everything that you can hope for. Because this map is so CT-sided that is an even half and then some for them if they're able to pick this up. So they've already secured what they're looking for. Now they're just trying to head it in for a close.
Absolutely. A minute 42 left to go. We'll see what happens. Coolney down in secret. Definitely a CT side adjustment. Not one I think needs to be made right now. They have been getting down secret consistently, but not due to a lack of cost. It's definitely been costing them a couple of guys and a lot of util to get down there every round. And with the way that we've been able to hold ramp against the takes, I wouldn't be too worried about it. However, Coolney's always been a smarter player than I could ever hope to be. A minute 10 left to go. B-Web waiting for the ramp overextension, but he's not prepared to take the fight. Ricochet will find him, and he's had a very, very good bounce back in these in this second quarter. FSG on red box. Krelfoy could catch him off guard. They're pushing up secret together. And Iron Chad takes another fight in lobby. Cornbread trades him out. Ricochet's got a double in a round. And now Krelfoy will take down FSG. He was caught off guard in red, but now High Rollers head down ramp. And I think this has been realized because take a look on the other side of the map. We've got 2 CTs headed down secret. Bomb will go down. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Coolney comes in to save the day from the top rope with a metal chair. Slams Cornbread to the ground, and now we've got a 2v1. Holy cow, planting in front of the smoke. And Krelfoy's going to take him down easy to make it an 8-4 half.
Yeah, unfortunately, Krelfoy managed to get that rotate before being caught. And at that point, it's going to end up with them in a really painful position because he's not hiding inside the smoke, so he's going to be caught out.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the play. I can understand by planning behind the smoke because you'd be scared of single, but planning in front of it, especially after someone just got killed from there, that's I don't know. To me, that's a bit of an interesting play there, to be sure. We'll see the sides flip here. High Rollers now on defense as Deadbeats will take over on offense. And again, we've seen ramp control play such a huge part in this game so far. We'll see if it continues to be that big of a factor. We've already got a guy headed over there. It's Coolney. And he's always been a very good IGL. Ever since his days with Upsetty Spaghetti. We'll see what he cooks up here for this nice little A-site take. Looks like they're coming out hot after the top of it gets mollied. Holy cow. They heard him burn. They heard him burn, but they're not looking. Now he's been called out. Ricochet finding one. Rhino finding one, and Ricochet got another. And it is just all falling apart. High Rollers. Defense takes a massive blow, and that is not what they needed to start the CT side. It's one of those things, right, that we talk about when, when it comes to just communication. There was a really, really big play waiting to be made right there. Holy cow, could have nailed his shots, and that's a very, very different round. They heard the burn, but nothing came of it. That's another example of just, you've got to stay disciplined. You've got to stay paying attention to those sound cues, because if they hear that and take him, it's an even better round. Although they did get the round win, that could have been much worse for him. As they push into lobby now. B-Web, very forward position on vending. I would not play a pre-fireable angle with naught but a pistol. That's generally considered a bad idea. A minute 22 left to go now. B-Web takes a fight, and it's Coolney. Drops it with a Galil, and Scourgify and Krelfoy light up the hut position. Cornbread does get a dink, but it's not enough. FSG finds one elsewhere. That will make it a 4v1 as Coolney is trying to get rid of these weapons. FSG sees him. Oh, he barely saw the top of his head. Should have gotten a buzz cut, brother. And now that'll put Deadbeats on double digits.
I now understand why military regulations have hair length.
Telling you, it can give you away. Because it's not like we wear helmets or anything, right?
Yeah, you guys don't wear anything. I mean, he wasn't wearing a helmet there, so it's when you can't afford the $250 helmet the military's budget.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Actually, to be completely honest with you, the helmet that I was issued is worth over $3,000. But that's besides the point.
So, I don't think anyone would buy that in Counter-Strike. They just buy more guns.
Maybe. We'll have to see. Maybe it's a new patch. Who knows? Getting that fresh Team Wendy helmet, but with 1:30 left to go. Scourgify's got good hut positioning, and Coolney burns FSG out of secret. Read him like a graphic novel with some very, very nice pictures. 1:20 to go. And Cornbread watching for outside. Coolney's going to try and put some shots down on him as well. Keeps him pinned. Rhino swings around. Goes down. It's Iron Chad. Big kill. And that is what High Rollers needed to get back in this game. It's now 4 versus 4. Round's not over. They got to keep their heads in the game. 1 minute left to go. We've got to try and make it happen.
Up through secret at this point.
He is. But holy cow, and Cornbread are not taking prisoners. Ricochet and Krellfoy are all that's left. They link up outside, Paranoid of Heaven. Looks like they'll elect us downstairs as their best option. And it technically is, because nobody is down there at the moment except for B-Web. He's just chilling on this corner. The only downside of them going the way that they're going is that they can't. If they go through single, which it doesn't look like they're doing, but if they were to go through single, they would not see him and he'd know exactly where they are. However, he's going to come through control. B-Web here's the glass breaking, but doesn't flick to Ricochet when the door's open. He must have thought it was single, and with 14 seconds to spare, Ricochet's going to get this bomb down, and it's now another 2v2 retake of the B site. We've seen this movie countless times before, but will the ending change? It's time to find out. Ricochet, Krellfoy, to try and hang on to the bomb site. 2/3 of the time left on the bomb. Ricochet, Paranoid of double. Krellfoy watching ramp. Cornbread swinging out right side. Holy cow, and single. They've got to try and make something happen here. They're running out of time and running out of options. Krellfoy and Ricochet slam them down and pull around out of the jaws of defeat. And High Rollers, they are reeling after that one.
Yeah, this is definitely around where I would suggest you call a tactical timeout no matter what after, because you're now 4-11, so you need to put a pause on. You need to spend the time to figure out what went wrong and build back from the start.
Absolutely. If I'm the IGL here, I'm telling my team, hey guys, it's a 0-0 game. All right, let's just worry about winning as many rounds as we can. We're not down. We're not out. We are still in this game, and we've got to start playing like it, all right? And they are going to try and do just that, but Coolney and Rhino start taking heads, and it's going to be a very difficult round to come back from. B-Web finds one, but Krellfoy will dial him up as a result. Holy cow tries to swing to get the trade, but he's too late. And now Cornbread and Holy Cow are going to try and fight this 2v4. Rhino, Krellfoy, and Coolney are all low. That MP9 now becomes a much better option as a result. So it's definitely not impossible. However, with only a flashbang on the CT side, you start to wonder if it really is possible. Ricochet shift walks to his death.
Player.
And that is the only full health player. You're absolutely right. That definitely opens things up. And as he gets his head ripped away from his shoulders and pinned to the wall, it's now looking like a much more winnable round for High Rollers, and it's one they certainly need, but not that. Rhino takes down Holy Cow, and it's Cornbread with the MP9 left to fight as the ace site begins to fall. 35 seconds to spare. Coolney is watching this ramp, and he makes him pay for it. I say ramp, I meant vent. And that will put dead beats on match point.
Absolutely, though. They were able to bring it significantly closer than expected. That closest might not matter much to the Sentries, but it does matter to the wildcards. They're able to get an op to FSG. They're able to get util to most of their players. So at this point, they might be looking at a bit of hope for themselves.
Yeah, it's looking very dire for High Rollers. This game could be described with one word: a beatdown. And that is what it has been so far. But when Rocky was on the ropes, he didn't quit. And the High Rollers cannot afford to quit now. A minute 33 left to go. Iron Chad hanging on to Mini. He's done so well from this position all day long, but he's got to do a little bit extra. They need a superstar play. They need someone from the team to step up and tell their teammates, we are not out of this yet. We will not go down quietly. And with a minute 15 to go, they will have their chance to prove it. T-side going unusually slow, uncharacteristically slow, waiting for an anxious overpeak, waiting for a nervous overextension, but will they get it? Minute to go in the round. Things, again, have not really been setting up very well for the T-side. They've got very minimal map control going into this. Squeaky is naded, and Vent is smoked, but with 48 seconds, the CTs are in a very good position. Nade on the smoke. Oh, it's a diversion. They will be going ramp. They get lit up. B-Web's got one. B-Web's got two. And now he dives down the ramp. Now 5 versus 3. They have to fall back, but not before it costs Coolney 2/3 of his health. Now they commit. Now they have the numbers, but Cornbread drops Coolney, and B-Web's got a third. Rhino goes down, and Cornbread finishes it off. 3 kills for B-Web, 2 for Cornbread. The High Rollers are rolling high once again. They put all the chips on black, and it paid off this time. And they are not down.
They certainly did show that they still are more than able to hold their own. They're still playing this game, and no matter how much you try and manage things, they're still going to be ready to pull out a strong play, as it looks like something with Silo.
Have to see what happens. Scourgify's tossing a lot of utility through these skylights, trying to possibly get the CTs to over-anticipate something. Maybe trying to shift some feet. Lots of noise being made outside. And Iron Chad hears every word. They needed a hyper-aggressive play, and he is about to give it to him. FSG finds one for the smoke. Iron Chad's got another. Coolly picks up the pieces and finds one, and Scourgify drops FSG. He was tunnel vision through the smoke. Cornbread loses focus for but a moment, and it nearly costs him. Now 3 versus 3. This game gets very interesting at the end. And Coolney will drop Cornbread through the rail. And that might spell the defeat of High Rollers. Holy cow. The only man to hold off the onslaught, to hold off the tsunami of Deadbeats players. He won't even find one. It's Krellfoy and Scourgify to take him from 2 different directions. The pincer maneuver around the site, and B-Web is left all alone. Team on his back, game on the line. Let's see what this young man's got in store for us. Moving through Mini, trying to fight. He pulls out the nade. What in the world?
He must have, I mean, he had to play with assumptions there, so he must have just gone for, I've shot first, they're going to back up, they're going to do something off of this duel, so I'm going to switch to the nade, I'm going to cut off the angles to prevent the re-swing, but they're not even leaving the swing.
He just stood there and held mouse 1. My man thought he had a Negev. That was insane. 13-5, your final score for this CSC Season 15 Prospect Matchday 5 reschedule. And yeah, there's not a whole lot of positivity you could take out of that one if you're Deadbeats. Not very good for the season, not very good for the team, and certainly not very good for the reputation or the ego. Just overall, a very bad day for them. We'll be hoping if they can bounce back on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll certainly be looking forward to a bounce back for them on Thursday, as well as on their match coming up in just 30 minutes, since this was a reschedule onto tonight, not just moving their match a little bit further forward. So you can look forward to looking at score reporting later to see how well they've done there. We'll be picking up another match in a little bit.